Hello people of YouTube, it's Deepak here and welcome to X-Plane. I thought I'd take a little look at this because it's a simulator that I've enjoyed flying in for many years now. It's a bit of a kind of different experience from the sort of stuff I normally do, the military simulation flying and the space stuff. So I thought it'd be quite fun to take a little look at this. Now this is X-Plane 10.41. And this particular aircraft is one of my favourite. It's JARDesign A320 Neo. Now this particular one is the latest version. It's version 2.5 R1, and it's very, very nice indeed. And it has compatibility with new custom sound packs, which makes it all the more realistic. And I've got the only custom sound pack available for it just now, which is Blue Sky Star, their custom sound pack for JARDesign A320, and it really adds quite a lot. You get a lot of the very, very realistic sounds like the power transfer unit and all the relays clicking and snapping and self-test, the oral self-test sounds and things like that. It's very nice indeed. Now, just to list some of the other plugins that I'm running just now, because you can't just play X-Plane without loading up some excellent plugins. I've got SkyMax Pro version 3, giving me my nice sky and clouds just now, which is very, very nice. This is actually, it's not a particularly cloudy day, so you're not getting the full effect perhaps, but we're not going to be flying today anyway. I'm actually just going to take you through the full startup procedure for this JARDesign A320. I'm also running AL Pilot X's HD Mesh Scenery version 3, which greatly enhances the accuracy of the scenery, the resolution, I would say, of the polygon mesh. And I also have Enhanced Runways High Definition by FlyJSim. Oh, and actually, with regards to the weather, I'm using Ultra WX, which is part of EFAS, which is an excellent piece of flight planning software which I highly recommend, especially in combination with the JARDesign A320, because it allows you to create flight plans which are compatible with the A320's CDU. So rather than having to manually type in your flight plan, it's all basically done for you. Now, I'm just going to take a moment to adjust my seating position very slightly because my head was going through the headrest, and without further ado, let's begin the process of bringing this A320 to life. So I'm going to go through cockpit preparation. Very first thing we want to do is make sure that our engine master switches are in the off position, which they are. Mode selector is in normal, and landing gear lever is down. Up to the overhead, make sure our wipers are off. We turn on our batteries. There we go. Yeah, you should hear the relays thunking back here in the circuit breaker board, and external power. We're now going to connect that up as well. So I will just ask the ground crew to connect up external power for us. We should get a little light here in a few moments. There we go. Green available. Click that. We have external power. A whole load of relays click. Avionics fans come on, and all of my displays come to life. Now, very quickly, what we're going to want to do first is we're going to want to turn on our ADIRs, because they take quite a long time to spin up. So switch all three of those to nav mode. I'm going to monitor system 1 and put it into STS. Good stuff. Okay, that's doing the correct thing. Next, we're going to run the fire test for the APU. That's a good test. And now we're going to start the APU. Now, before I do that, I'm going to turn on my nav lights and the no smoking signs. APU master switch on. If we just look at the lower display here, we're just waiting for the flap to open. The exhaust flap for the APU. There we go, flap open. And now I'm going to go ahead and hit the start button. Let's monitor the APU start. Right. Nope, that's the oral system going through its self-test. And it looks like we've just about got an APU start. There we go. We have an APU start. That was the relays switching over to the APU generator. And I think that's everything running nicely. I'm going to leave the APU running for now. Sorry, the ground power connected with the APU running. and I'm also going to turn on the packs so that we can start. Oh, we need to turn the APU bleed actually first, so that we can then start air conditioning and pressurising the aircraft. Well, actually, we won't be able to pressurise it yet because I still have one of the doors open. Okay, good stuff. So that's all done. Next thing is make sure parking brake is on. It is. Accumulator, brake accumulator and pressures are all normal. Flaps are up. Ground spoilers are retracted. Window heat is on automatic. APU bleed is on. Air conditioning is set. Electrical panel is all set. Ventilation panel is all set. And ECAM recall. Let's hit ECAM. Recall, and there's nothing to be worried about. Good stuff. Okay, well, that completes the cockpit preparation. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to program the CDU down here. Just going to take a little look and check our AIRAC cycle. We're in 1507. That's modern enough for flight simming purposes. If we jump to initialization, we're in a load accompany route. We are currently at Heathrow, EGLL, and we want to fly to Dublin, which is EIDW. So if I hit that as my company route, it's going to load the whole flight plan for me. It says flight plan reading was okay. Let's clear that. And I'm going to tell it to align the IRS. I'm going to give it a flight number. We're a EasyJet today. I'm just going to take EasyJet 788. Dink. Cost index will be 22. Cruising flight level 230, because we're not going all that far. And next page, I'll take our standard zero fuel weight, and I will take the current block fuel. That still leaves us with about 1.5 tons for extra time, which is good. About 48 minutes of flying, which is also good. Okay, performance page. Let's take a look at our takeoff numbers. V1 130, VR 135, and V2 150. I'm just going to take a little look at our load. Okay, current load, it suggests 0.7 up as our pitch trim. So I'm going to take flaps 2 takeoff, pitch up 0.7 for the trim, loaded. You can see the trim wheels moving. And we're going to do a derated takeoff because we're so light. We're going to do a flex 60 takeoff. There we go. That's that all done. I'll take away the load page. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to check our flight plan. See here, the flight plan has loaded successfully and we don't have any discontinuities. That's great. And what I'll do is I will program it for our departure. So if I look up here and pull a METAR, there we go, METAR for Heathrow. We've got wind 250, 16 knots. So because of that, I'm going to take runway 27 right today. I'm going to take CPT-3F as my standard departure, no transition, and insert that into the flight plan. Okay, and if I look up at my navigational display, that all looks pretty normal. Good stuff. I'm going to remove the airports from the display. I'm going to set my initial altitude. Oops. I'm not doing very good at that. Set my initial altitude just directly to 23,000. Normally we'd set that to our first cleared altitude, but I don't have any air traffic control, so I can basically do whatever I want. I'll go straight to my initial altitude, turn on my radios, select VHF 1, and I think as far as the preparation goes, that's pretty much it. Oh, and I need to set my barometric pressure, so 1025 is my QNH. There, that's set. Perfect. Okay, I think at that stage we've completed cockpit preparation completely. So I'm going to make sure all the passengers are aboard. Let's close the doors. Let's take away the stairs. And let's take away the cones and covers and chocks. There we go. And at this stage we'll also disconnect ground power, so if I go up to the overhead, turn off ground power, and tell the ground power cart to go away, and we're ready actually to call the tow, so I'll just call the tow right now. Okay, and I'll get my first officer to read my before start checklist to me.
Before start checklist. Cockpit preparation completed. Gear pins and covers removed.
And
Signs.
signs.
It is not okay, sir. It is not on.
Oh, and fuel
Signs
pumps.
on. ADIRS nav mode. Fuel quantity in kilo 04861. Takeoff data set. Baro reference set. Windows, doors closed. Beacon on. Throttle levers idle. Parking brake on. Checklist completed.
There we go, checklist is complete. I'll get ready for the after start checklist, and I'm going to tell... Oh, I've already called tow, so let's just double check our tow is in place. It is indeed, and let's tell our tow that we want to go. Parking brake. Well, it wouldn't let me turn the parking brake off with him connected. Nose wheel steering off, and go.
Park brake off.
Okie dokie, so while we're pushing back, engine mode to ignition start, and we're starting engine 2. And we'll start turning the aircraft on the tow. This is where you're really going to hear these excellent sounds. Lots of rumble. And thank you, tow. Let's park us there, I think. Oh, relays clicking.
Park brake on.
Park brake on. Let's wait for the engine to stabilise. I think that's us. Yep, we've got a successful start. Alright, starting engine 1.
Starting engine 1.
Oh, you can hear the power transfer unit. Bye, tow. Okay, ground crew are clear. Nose wheel steering back on. Clear the warning. Oh, there we go. Both engines successfully started. That's both generators running. Okay, so after start checklist.
After start checklist. Anti-ice as required. ECAM status checked. Pitch trim 0.7 up. Rudder trim 0. APU
Mode
set
back to
on.
normal.
Ground crew clear. Anti-skid and nose wheel steering on. Checklist completed.
Okay, that's the after start. Let's
Flight
check our
control
flight controls.
check. Full up. Check. Full down. Check. Neutral. Check. Full left. Check. Full right. Check. Neutral. Check. Press pedals disconnect push button. Check. Pedal full left. Check. Pedal full right. Check. Neutral. Check. Press pedals disconnect push button. Check. Checklist completed.
Oh, clear that master caution. There we go. Okay, so we're now all the way up to taxiing. So we turn on our taxi light. We're going to turn off APU bleed. Turn off the APU. The ADIRS are still in a line, but they're just about to finish. We would set our ground spoilers
Spoilers arm.
to armed. Flaps,
Flaps
2.
1. Flaps 2.
And auto brake to maximum. And now we have no blue on the ECAM. And let's just double check the ADIRS. Number 1 is finished, number 2 is finished, and number 3 has finished. There we go. All 3 ADIRS are aligned. Okay, so at this stage we'll be ready to taxi to the active and take off. But I'm actually going to leave it at that for today. I think you'll agree that's it's a very, very nice model and a very nice sound pack. Well done, JARDesign, and well done, Blue Sky Star. See you all next time.